Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab where I do what I do for you. I got something nice for you today. Let's go. Rightism 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission. And that's what I'm on. Is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinkers' way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. It's rhetorical. But if you have an answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my eye, be true. I got a nice little question. Let's talk about right thinkers. Let's talk about success. What is it to you? And maybe it's different for somebody, for me. Okay? Like God. I thought about this one. Okay? Success is like God. It's different for everyone. It's there for all. It's different for everybody who reach it or obtain it. So let's talk about it. I got my concept about it. Hope you enjoy this lesson. This is going to be good. If you get rich and famous, you think you're successful in life. And you would be so wrong. No, what? You don't argue with the teacher. Listen, and you might learn something. And after I'm done, if you still had that argument, by all means. But please hear it out first. This concept. If you know you're spiritual beings and you're here in the flesh having a human experience, then you would know you're not a human being, you're a spiritual being having a human experience. So if you had that understanding, it's a few things that you would know about, okay? And it's what? Having fame and fortune means nothing. But obtaining and acquiring knowledge of self means everything in the world. Well, I know who I am. That's why I'm glad I'm here, because I ain't got to deal with that reaction. I know I get that, and I got to get probably hopefully used to it when I'm out speaking to other people, because sometimes you got to deal with those, they call them hecklers. You don't want to heckle me. I'm not a comedian. So, but before I got my spiritual enlightenment, I thought if I didn't get my red Rolls Royce convertible, man, I was a failure. Again, so wrong. But if you think individual is small and minute to the stuff of materialistic things, you might see yourself as a failure because you didn't get those things that you wanted. Be careful what you wish for. But now, there you go. Now, I am spiritually enlightened and I know myself. And guess what? I am successful in my life. Why? I can take me with me to the next life. That's why. Big difference. I can't take that Rolls Royce with me. I can't take nothing material. So I know that much now. So I'm not big on no materialistic things. That's why wise people, I find out, die with very little things. Why? They don't. I don't need much. I don't care for much. Simple. I ain't got no problem. You might say, "Oh, well, if you get rich." Excuse me. I've been rich. I have money to do whatever I want to do, however I want to do it. Been there, done that. Won't change who I am now. But if I was ignorant, man, I've been doing the same stuff. Okay, and that don't last. Moving on. What I got goes on to the next life. Self-knowledge. Knowing thyself, there we go, is the goal for all right thinkers. Why? We're here to do just that. When you're right thinkers, having self-knowledge is obtaining success in this life. Why? That's the goal. I'm trying to get you to it by any means necessary, in my words of Malcolm. But yeah, that's the key to what? Spiritual beings who come here to have a human experience. A lot of people think it's something else. I was one of them until I got wise. So moving on. It happens to the best of us. We don't come here knowing. We have to learn. That's why success in God isn't wanting to say, well, you got to earn God's blessing. You got to work to be successful in life. So, one and the same. Okay, how you connect them two, I just try to put it together for you. My nose itching like crazy. Personally, success, personally, again, my vision, to me, again, knowing thyself. When I started studying, when I was searching the truth over 35 years ago, I couldn't figure out for life for me all that stuff that the Egyptians did, all that stuff and they left this little know thyself. I've been building off that phrase ever since. Well, I heard it was the sun and bunny. I mean, the supreme good. Same thing. I say it all come full circle. It's something about that phrase, sun and bunny, the supreme good. God is supreme. When you do and know thyself, that's the best you can be as a human being. That's why sun and bunny, supreme good, know thyself, nihas, spiritual enlightenment, all that, whatever you call them, but ideas like God, you got to know them for yourself. Moving on, I'm just helping you along the way. And I agree with our ancient ancestors' philosophy in having knowledge of self is what? Is success, what? That you can take into the afterlife. That's why. Conceptually, anybody can say, yo, man, you can take it. No, it's just a concept. Moving on, like everybody else. We all got one. I tell my man, I chose Egyptians. Moving on. Some people choose Islam, whatever. It's your choice. Okay, that's all. So, in self-knowledge, again, the highest is the true knowledge to what? To know that it is to be successful within yourself. Success ain't in no damn career. I mean, excuse me. But success is knowing who you are. Why? You can do a whole bunch of things, good, bad, and different. But without self-knowledge, you all just spinning your wheels. That's why. Trust me on that one. Again, I'm not here to debate. I'm here to teach, enlighten, help you out. And if you have mastered what we call self-knowledge, no, first of all, if you have knowledge, degrees, masters, PhDs, in any area, in everything other than yourself, you ain't got jack. I can prove that too. Moving on, I ain't got time. I got another lesson for that. My daughter has a PhD, professor at Stanford University, and I'm still smarter. Moving on. Again, knowing thyself and knowing about a whole bunch of other stuff is two different animals. Trust me. But your choice. I made mine. She made hers. I got nothing but respect for that. Moving on. Like I said, if I don't agree with what you're doing, that don't mean nothing, okay? But if what you're doing works for you, I got nothing but respect for that. Moving on. So I'm not here to judge and critique. I tell you that. Again, teach. Just teach it. Now, if you practice, right, think of philosophy, when daily, what happened? Failure is not an option. I can guarantee if you put the work in, you get the results out. Simple as that. Good work in, energy, effort, good workout. What? Blessings that give you what you need, not what you want. I'm not here to satisfy your wants, but I'm going to make sure you get what you need. If you put the work in, And he'll make sure of that too. I don't preach that. I teach that. Okay? Moving on. Now, all my wars, all your achievements means absolutely nothing what? After death. But if you have knowledge of self, that will serve you well. Why? You can take that with you to the eye of the needle, the eye of the needle, the camel. Okay, excuse me, the camel can't go to the eye of the needle. Only you can go. And what you can take with you, your consciousness, your knowledge of self, it will serve you. Trust me. That's, again, I'm just giving advice. I'm not here to debate or argue. Success, again, if is the end goal, what you consider success is whatever your end goal for what it is you want to be. If you are a spiritual being or you're a right thinker, your goal is to what? Know thyself. When you do that, ding, 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 now whatever else you do, that's on you. But I want you to at least know you while you're doing it, whatever else you want to do. Okay? To do it the other way, the house before the court, no, but do it the right way. Get knowledge of self, and the world is yours. Trust me. Again, experience. If rich and famous is what is your goal in life, guess what? You reach it, knock yourself out. But guess what? Without knowledge of self, you be back again. All that money, all that fortune and fame won't get you where knowledge of self will. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Okay? If what you want out of life is just material things, have at it. You will be the first. Moving on. I am now personally successful in my life. It ain't judged by nobody but moi. So I can pass judgment on myself. And I do that on a daily basis. Why? I try to live up to just that. Moving on. I live life on who? My terms. I hold myself accountable to do what I teach you to do for yourself. What? I got to do it for myself first. And that's where it starts. If that's not being done, whatever I say to you or what to do means nothing. Like that pastor up in the pulpit talking all that good stuff and ain't living it means nothing. Why? You can't depend on him. He ain't getting in touch with God for you. He can't help you. If that's what you're looking for, oh, my pastor prays for me. My pastor, my prayer line prayer, all my prayer warriors pray for me. Okay, but if you ain't putting in your own work to be in position to receive that prayer that we all put for you, I pray for you also. But if you ain't in position to receive the blessing, it's going to go right on by you. Moving on. Figure that one out. Everyone's goal, aka success in life, is the same. They just don't know it. To know thyself. And when they figure that out, they done did a few things over. Yeah, I didn't get it right the first time. I'll be first to tell you. I know I done been here a few times. Why? Too much stuff that I know about that I don't know how I know. Simple. Prior lives. Moving on. Now, but if that goal is to know thyself, that means until that happens for you in the flesh, the spirit got to keep going through these lives and these cycles of life. Simple. Moving on. Now, but if you live your life to your best ability and you end up, what? Living on your terms. I know people now just glad to wake up. You winning. If your goal is to be, my mom-in-law, love her, she's debt-free. That means she ain't got to worry about paying no bills. Is that not free? Is that not where everybody, I guess, want to be? And at 85 and blind, she is sharp as a tack. And that's my girl. When I have a show, I'm going to have her talk on my show. Why? That's how much I respect her. And y'all need to hear somebody who know they're talking about. Spiritually, not religious. We don't do religion. And she done tried them all. But my point is, success is all based on you and what you want out of your life. Moving on. Whatever you do for someone else is good and all admirable. But guess what? When you do what you need to do for you, that's the most beautiful thing you can do. And that's the most godly thing. What? Self-serving. And then you can offer what? A selfless service to somebody else. Why? Because you took care of you first. Success. Where we at? Okay. like I say, it's like God. Why? It's for everyone. God don't choose, success don't choose nobody. You do the choosing. You put the work in, and then you can wear the label of being successful. And yet, it's different for everyone. I love that. Why? We all start out with the same opportunities. How many of us reach that goal in life? And again, based on what you want out of life, is where you're going to feel successful. A lot of people feel like they didn't get this, they didn't get that because of ignorance. Why? I was one of them. I know. I felt the same way for a while. Man, my dream of being, man, I'm like, oh, total ignorance of what? Self. Once you gain knowledge of self, man, materialistic stuff don't mean a good hoot. Moving on. So I'm not running around and trying to know none of that nonsense. Okay. The money I get, I'll just use it to enjoy life that I set forth for myself. That's all. I can eat more crabs. I can do more things. That's it. I'm not gonna run around like I'm all of a sudden somebody. Been there. Nigga rich, okay? Money ain't gonna change me. That's my point. Moving on. I see the clock. Let me get this out the way. Now, my success will be different from yours or anyone else's. Why? Because the success and the goal for every individual is their own to set for themselves. That's why. Like God, you can talk to God. I hear people talking about, what did God say to you? That's none of your damn business. Personally, I talk to God every day. You think I'm going to tell you, I say, God, you got to be out of your mind. Get your own conversation. Have your own God to talk to. I got mine. That's what I can tell you. So all that trying to be sarcastic and acid out. Well, what would the voice? What I hear? Vince Lombardi. I told you. It's all in the mind. All you got to be able to comprehend, conceive, and understand. And now you set yourself up for achieving the things that you set forth for yourself, whatever they may be, monetary, physical, mental, whatever it is. I choose spiritual. Let's go. Now, if you're a right thinker, if you're practicing my philosophy for yourself, success is what you knowing thyself. The work that you put in to do that, you earned it. That's how you get it. Success is knowing thyself, and in the process of doing that, you earn the blessings from your higher self. So that's a win-win for everybody who practices it. That's why I say failure is not an option. Okay, true good Christians will be blessed. Two true good Muslims will be blessed. Two good Jews would be same thing. What? It's the work that you put in. That's all. Success is there for any and all of those who do what's needed to reach that concept of success. If you're an athlete, you got to put the work in. I'm a teacher. I spend more time studying than I ever do teaching. Why? It takes more time to get it, to learn it, to decipher it, break it down, than to serve it. I'm the chef. I prepare all of this. Okay? I do shopping. I pick up the groceries. I take care of everything. One man show. Simple. Let's go. Now, God is, that's like success, is for all who claim to what? Believe in him. No. When you put in the work based on your belief in him, that's what gets you the blessings, and that's what success will make you. But you have to put in good work, good deeds, win daily. Ain't no every now and then, no, God don't work like that. I'm here every day. That thing up in the sky is there every day. Some things, when God anoints them, they're there, and that's what they're going to do. Moving on, I've been held accountable to enlighten you. So that's why I do what I do for you. And again, God, success are one and the same. It's like human and spirit, one and the same. You just got to come conscious and work for it and understand why he's here. You got to become conscious. You know the lesson. Heart, mind, coherence. And understand this. Whatever you do for you, you should be the beneficiary of the results of that action. Again, good workout. Oh, you're going to get good back. If you keep thinking you can do good, bad things and get good out, ask him. Won't work. What? Dr. Clark? No exceptions. Good begets good. Bad can't beget good, and good don't beget bad. Moving on. That's not my philosophy. That's just a fact. Come on, man. Let me break this down again. I appreciate you tuning in. Let me write this out. When I get my, okay, success, excuse me, last one, appreciate you tuning in. Success for me, again, speaking for myself, is knowing thyself. That's one part. But the other part is having my mom be proud of what it is I do. Knowing that I'm teaching, enlightening you, that tickles her pink. And I love the fact that I can do something to make my mom proud of me. He liked that guy. Moving on. I'm pretty sure he liked me too, but we'll never know. Moving on. When I get my mom's approval, I used to live for my man's approval. When he get that smile, then I know I'm doing something right. Now I get it from my mom, and I love that because this is fun. Now I get her approval. What it's in it. What when I'm doing something that's good that she approves of, I don't give a good hoot about nothing else. Just like my dad's approval. I'm still working for that. I'm just doing it this way. I hope you approve because I ain't doing that the other way, dude. I'm sure he understands. So again, to be respected. My goals, what's for me a success is to be respected for what I do and how I live. And success for me is to be able to teach my philosophy. Moving on. If you can't be proud, this is a quick lesson for you hustlers and, if you can't be proud of what you're doing, you'll never be successful in life. Well, nope. You hear me? I'm not, again, it ain't debatable. It's a fact. If what you're doing can't be transparent, laid out where everybody can check it out, you'll never be success. Moving on. And the work I do daily, trying to what? Enlighten and help you to what? From the ignorant state to the enlightened state, aka not knowing yourself to knowing thyself, is what my job I feel like is. That's why I'm on it every day. Well, would you get paid for doing it? Don't worry about my pay. Just get the lessons. That's what you do every day. The more right thinkers that I can enlighten means the more successful I am in what it is I'm trying to do. And just that, enlighten you to what? Know you. That's why I do it for you. In closing, right thinkers, his success is all based on you. In closing, may y'all live to be 100, me 100 minus a day. So I never know that my successful right thinkers have passed away. I'm successful. Are you?